I'm Debbie Godfrey. Welcome to the Positive Parenting Pep Talks podcast.
Today's pep talk is about working on a team with your child's teacher. And from preschool to high school, one of the most important relationships we'll have is with our children's teachers. And one of the things that I like to point out to parents is that there are the kids in the class who do really well, who excel, who stand out. And the teachers will definitely recognize those kids. And chances are, as the parent of those kids, you'll probably have a pretty great relationship with that teacher as well. And then there's the kids who get in trouble all the time. And the parent of that child will also have a relationship with the teacher, although it can be positive or negative depending on how the discussion goes regarding what your child is doing wrong in class and how to fix it. But in between there are most of our kids. The majority of our kids fall somewhere between standing out for misbehaving or standing out for excelling. And I just like to encourage you, if you're like most of us and have just the middle of the road kids, to really create a relationship with your child's teacher at all grade levels and all stages to make sure that your child is seen and acknowledged and taken care of. Because the easy kids are the ones that tend to not get a lot of one-on-one attention. And it's not that the teachers are trying to ignore them or not acknowledge them. It's just that so much of their time and energy is taken from the ones that are causing problems in the class or the ones that are excelling. So what can you do as a parent? Well, one of the things I like to do is make sure to show up at class. I mean, from the time they're little, if you have a chance to walk your kids to school, just say hello. Many classrooms, especially in the younger grades, allow opportunities for parents to work in the classroom. And if you can contribute working, whether it's an hour a week or an hour a month or on field trip days, that also helps create a relationship with your child's teacher. That way, if something does happen, you have already established a rapport and you have a way and access to that teacher to talk about it.
The most exciting part of a vacation stay at a home rental? Easy. It's being greeted upon arrival with a rusted lockbox affixed to the underside of a stranger's condo. Yeah, you simply twist knobs, click gears, jiggle it, and then rip it off its moorings, and voila! Your prize is a key to a questionable home rental and maybe tetanus. When you just want to get your vacation started by actually getting into your room, it matters where you stay. At Hilton, we deliver your key right to your phone on the Hilton Honors app. Hilton for the stay.
And that also brings up another point that sometimes our ideas conflict and you're going to have to make a decision. And let me give you a couple of examples of this. There was one point in time where my son was getting in trouble in the class. He was in kindergarten at the time. And I talked to him about, what's going on? The teacher said you are being disruptive in class and you're causing problems and, what's happening? And he explained to me how he and his buddy Sean would start talking to him and then he'd talk back because he doesn't want to, ignore his friend. And then he would end up getting in trouble. So I role played with him a couple of options for what to do when his friend Sean was bothering him or trying to get him to talk in class. And it was really fun because it gave him some tools, some ideas, and the problem lessened. And then on other occasions, I felt the need to go in and actually talk to the teacher. And that happened when Michael was in second grade. And one of the things that was happening is he was getting in trouble for being disruptive in class, and the teacher would keep him in at recess. And so, I was really concerned about that because one of the things recess did for him, and I think for a lot of boys, is get out some of that excess energy that they have bottled up from sitting in the class, which is not natural for young men to do. And so I went in and had a chat with the teacher to see if there was any way we could come up with an alternative form of discipline or consequences for Michael when he was being disruptive in class so that he could still have his recess and get his extra energy out in order to, to calm himself down and to get along, but then still have the teacher have some way to deal with it in class when he was being disruptive. And that she seemed to understand and was willing to, give him some extra writing in class and make him do some other things than staying in at recess. So the main point here is make sure you have a relationship with your child's teacher. Very, very important. And make sure that you have them on your team and that you're supporting them and trying to figure out ways to discipline in order to back them up at home with whatever the teacher's doing in school, obviously, as long as you're able to do that. I hope you have a great day and happy parenting.
I hope you enjoyed today's episode of the Positive Parenting Pep Talks podcast. For those of you that don't know me, I'm Debbie Godfrey, owner and founder of positiveparenting.com. I hope you'll go and check out my website and follow me on Instagram and let me know about what you thought about today's episode. Did you learn something new? Were you able to do something different with your children? Did you have a success story? Those are my favorite to share. Let me know. Contact me. I'd love to hear from you. And also, what future topics would you be interested in hearing about on the Positive Parenting Pep Talks podcast? Thank you so much for being here and for all of your support. Take care and happy parenting.
The NBA playoffs are back. And on FanDuel, new customers can bet $5 and get $150 in bonus bets guaranteed. Back in the day, news like this, your crew would have been writing each other letters.
Dearest Benjamin, wonderful news from the East. The spread has been covered.
Or maybe you'd use your phone to actually call someone.
Man, you see that dunk? Man, I saw that dunk.
But these days, it's all about the group chat.
I love that high five and kitten emoji.
No matter how you tell them, let your crew know that all new FanDuel customers can bet $5 and get $150 in bonus bets guaranteed. Ooh, Morse code. Classic. FanDuel, America's #1 sportsbook.
21 plus and present in Iowa. First online real money wager only. $10 first deposit required. Bonus issued is non-withdrawable bonus bets that expire 7 days after receipt. See full terms at fanduel.com/sportsbook. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-BETS-OFF.